We're seeing some people pull away from Donald Trump. We're seeing some elected officials pull away from Donald Trump. We're seeing some supporters pull away from Donald Trump. But there are always going to be the hardcore MAGA Trump supporters who are going to defend him no matter what the subject, and that includes his pedophilia.
Can I ask you, because when I looked through the pictures today, CNN, you can look through them yourselves on CNN.com. They're published there. It's not just that one picture that you're referencing where there's 3 women on each side of the president. There's others where they blurred women's faces as well, where Trump's not in the picture. I mean, I just think it made me think back to the DOJ memo from July when they were saying they weren't going to release anything else. It started all this. And the Justice Department said the images that they had showed videos of victims who are either minors or appear to be minor. I mean, it's obviously hard for them to really discern at times in these old pictures how old the women or the girls are. Right?
Okay, so if it's hard to discern that, then why are you releasing it? A. B, as Van just said, many of these pictures are frivolous, publicly available pictures or pictures that were taken in public spaces that clearly have nothing to do with the victims or what happened to them or the people who perpetrated crimes against them. They have only one thing to do with, and that's smearing Donald Trump. They have tried to create a narrative that Trump had something to do with Epstein, and all we now know is that a lot of Democrats had something to do with Epstein, whether it was Summers or Obama's lawyer, who was Epstein's great defender, apparently, or on and on and on and on. But what you're seeing here is the creation of a...
Are they? I understand what you're saying, that they're trying to do it to stick it to Trump. But, I mean, they're releasing pictures of Bill Clinton and Larry Summers and Democrats, too. I think you could make that argument maybe more if it was just pictures of Donald Trump, right?
Well, look, those guys are already roadkill. I mean, I hate to tell you, but we already know about that. But they continue to stick things about Donald Trump in the middle of these other people for one reason only. There's not a single shred of evidence or any credible allegation that Trump did anything wrong at all or had anything to do with this, period. And by the way, he did sign the law they're going to release the documents on. So the idea that he doesn't want to release it, he signed it into law, and I assume they're going to release it as soon as they can.
He signed it into law because it overwhelmingly passed Congress, because there was a veto-proof passage of the bill. If he had vetoed it, it would have come out anyway, and then he would have looked even worse than he already did. And he only signed the law after Congress was forced to pass a bill demanding the release of the files. He fought its release, but there he is. There's another MAGA Trumper going to defend him right to the very end, including in his pedophilia. The Republican Party is okay supporting a man who most likely had intercourse with minors against their will. And they will defend him to the very end. Never forget who these fucking people are.